Hello, my friends, and welcome to News of the Week. Liam is no longer in pain. That is an example of some of the crass, insensitive humour that has emerged since the death of the pop star. The fact Liam Payne was bullied to death by Gen Z gals and gays brings a whole new meaning to the term slay. Ladies, what did you do? What did you do? I think this is the first time in history where a beloved icon has been bullied to death by their own fans. Amy Winehouse wasn't. Kurt Cobain wasn't. Jimi Hendrix wasn't. Janis Joplin wasn't. Who are you going to kill next? Harry Styles? If Harry Styles has a few cringy moments, he'll be dead in 3 years. And that is a damning indictment of your lack of forgiveness. You know, it's not giving, what do you say when you, it's not giving slay. It's not, well, it is giving slay. I don't know what lingo is, but you get what I'm saying. It's not, I don't approve. Okay, what was Liam Payne's crimes? How about this? He did a dance that didn't go down well. He had a disastrous podcast performance.
There was one moment where there was an argument backstage and one member in particular threw me up a wall. So I said to him, if you don't remove those hands, there's a high likelihood you'll never use them again.
He had a disastrous interview where he displayed multiple accents in about 45 seconds.
Will Smith actually used to live behind my house. I've had the pleasure of knowing his son and his daughter very well, and we did Men in Black 3 with him. I believe whatever he felt that he did, he had the right to do. I also felt there were 3 losers in one fight. He didn't know, being Chris Rock. He didn't want to do what he had to do, being Will Smith. And she did nothing, being Jada. And it's a very sad thing.
And he was accused of chasing a woman with an axe and a bit of stalking. Who hasn't? If this was any other demographic that had done this to a public figure, it would be spoken about in every parliament in the world. It would be the cataclysm that would actually usher in the one world government. Toxic masculinity is what we'd be hearing about a lot. But because it's you, nobody's saying what I'm saying right now, and you have forgiven yourselves remarkably quickly. Remarkably quickly. In fact, some of you are so brazen that you're actually calling for the implementation of anti-bullying laws. The call is coming from within the house, or what's that expression? The turkeys are voting for Christmas? I mean, the death penalty is not an appropriate punishment for being cringe. I once shadowboxed on a first date. Doesn't mean I deserve to die. No. And the only judges, and there wouldn't be many, but the only ones who would actually disagree with that are affirmative action judges. I'm saying it. I don't care. I'm saying it. Movember is going to be a nightmare this year. Can you imagine? Those awful mustaches ironically give me suicide ideation. There's a show out at the moment, or it's about to come out, called The Curfew. And it's about how no male should be allowed to leave the house after 7 p.m. because of what terrible people we are. You know, obviously this type of thing is pretty commonplace these days. It kind of does chip away your self-confidence. I'm not going to lie, ladies. We're human too. Liam Payne died at 5 p.m. Maybe in a sort of drug-induced delusion. He was trying to escape his hotel room just in time to avoid the curfew. So that show needs to be held accountable as well. Imagine a Nuremberg trial situation where every comment, every deleted video, every TV show are put on trial to see if they contributed or not to this man's death. A comedy writer called Brendan O'Carroll is currently in trouble for implying the N-word. This is another thing that really pisses me off. Brendan O'Carroll does a TV show that I'm not the demographic for. It's called Mrs. Brown's Boys. And Brendan O'Carroll dresses up as this lady. He's in drag, basically. And the lady is like an old-school Dublin woman. And so in that vein, one of the lines of dialogue was, I don't call a spade, I call a spade a... And then I think Mrs. Brown's daughter sort of interrupts and says, no, don't say that. And they never say it. But Brendan O'Garrel's had to apologize for that. And I have to say, the way you people treat artists is despicable. Your whole existence is art. You come home from work, you turn on Netflix, you turn on Spotify, you turn on the TV, you listen to music, you go to the movies, you go to the cinema, you do what you do. You should be worshipping us. The way you create art is by taking risks. And you people like 90% of the risks we take, but the 10% that don't pay off, you say, oh, it didn't pay off. The whole thing is shit. It didn't pay off. He needs to be punished. It didn't pay off. Like, what do you think we are? We're not an omniscient creator. We're not all-knowing. We try our best. And so when Liam Payne was doing that dance, he thought it looked good. And the 90% other times that he did the dance, the different dance, it did look good. And now he's dead. We need to be, you owe us everything. We need to be free. We don't want to be put in jail for making a mistake as we do the work we do to serve your fucking lives. Anyway, who's going to be next? I don't know. These ladies are unstoppable now. This is like the first time in history that women have killed somebody. So, rest in peace, Liam Payne, a beautiful looking guy. And, you know, it's such a tragedy when good-looking people die. Ugly people already look like they've fallen from 3 stories. It doesn't matter whether they actually do or not, you know. Liam Payne was so good-looking. And, you know, rest in peace, buddy. What a life. What a career. Great music. If I was Liam, Louis, Neil, Zayn, and Harry, I would not do that reunion now. Thank you guys for watching News of the Week. I'll see you soon.